Hey friends, it's Rachel. Thank you for joining me in this video. Well, we're going to do something a little different in this video. We are going to do a fake pastel rainbow unicorn milkshake. So I'm really excited to go ahead and get that started. Let's talk supplies first. You're going to need probably the main ingredient here is the lightweight spackling. I got this brand from Lowe's. If you want to kind of just test the waters and see if this is something that you like to do, Dollar Tree does sell a smaller version of this. They're a little bit more textured than this is, but you can always try it out for $1.25. And then of course you're gonna need your paint colors. So I'm doing Papaya Whip, I'm gonna do Hazy Horizon, Soft Apple, Light Lavender, Sunny Yellow, and then Baby Pink. I got these all from Hobby Lobby. And then you're going to need your glassware. So I have these little glasses here. I did purchase these off of Amazon. I know that the Dollar Tree sells them, but I know that ours does not. So I had to pay a little bit more extra. I think the one at Dollar Tree only sells 6, and this does, let me see here, let me put it the right way, 10. So, and I don't remember how much I paid for them, but I'll link that down in the description box. And then you're gonna need to put your lightweight spackling in something. You can do containers from the Dollar Tree, or you can do cups, stirring sticks for each color, a spoon to scoop out your lightweight spackling. You're going to need some piping bags. I just got this from the Dollar Tree, or no, I'm sorry, Hobby Lobby, and there's 100 of them in there. Now there's a way to not use that. You can simply get your spackle and then kind of push it up against the side and give it the full effect. The only thing I don't think that's going to be a good idea, because we're going to be doing layers, so you might, by doing that, you might push the layers together. So I would recommend getting some piping bags, and I'm sure the Dollar Tree has some at a cheaper amount. Okay, and then lastly, we're also going to need a cherry on top, and we're going to paint this. And so I'm going to move that to the side. All right, so let's go ahead and move those 3 aside, and I am going to go ahead and get my cups prepared. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I'm going to do that off camera here. And I'm just using a dog pad to protect my table so this doesn't get all over my table. And then I can just gather it up and go ahead and dispose of it, or try to shake it off and reuse it for another project. Okay, so we're doing 3 of them, and honestly, you don't need a whole lot of color or a whole lot of spackle. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoop up a little bit and then put it in there. And I think, just kind of judging how much I have, I should be good to go. So that, I mean, honestly, this should be enough. Maybe a little, I don't know, maybe a little bit more. And I don't want to use too much because this stuff has gotten expensive, and try to conserve what I have. Okay, and then one of the colors I'm going to put a lot in, and it's going to be for a different project, not for this project, but I'm just kind of preparing it for another video. Now keep in mind that when you are doing this project, that with your paint, that since it's already white and you add paint to it, it will make it a light color. Now there is a little trick of the trade here though. When doing this, you just want to be careful. You know, the more paint, the more soupier, I guess is the lack of better words, it becomes. So you want to be careful with adding too much paint, because you're like, oh, I'll just add more, and it just, more is not better with this kind of project, especially if you're doing ice cream scoops, which I'll be doing in another video if that hasn't gotten posted yet. Just my suggestion. Now you can add flour to thicken it up And in fact, I'll do that for ice cream scoops, so I'll speak to that in a different video. And add a little bit of paint so you can kind of see how much I added. Just add just a little bit more. And all right, I'm gonna go ahead and stir that up. Now, when you're stirring it up, you want to make sure that it is really sturdy, that you don't have any white spots show, because it will just not look right. So you want to make sure that you get this nice and mixed together. Okay, that took some time, but I was able to get that done. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my spackle in order of how I want it to go in my little glasses here. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do purple, blue, and then we'll do, let me put it in order. So purple, blue, green, yellow, and then we'll do orange, then pink. Okay. All right. What we'll do is we'll get 3 out. Well, I'll just get out 1 at a time. And then I'll get my purple. Let me go ahead and open this up. And this is the last time I will get these 12-inch bags. They're so tiny and so hard to work with. But, you know, it will work for this project. Okay. So what we do. And I'm not going to put any piping tips because we're just literally pouring it in there. And I think it should be okay. So I'm just trying to get all that out. And if you happen to add too much paint, because the color's really light, then again, just add some flour to thicken it up, and it should work just fine. All right. Go ahead and close that up. And there we go. All right. So before I push that all the way down, I'm gonna go ahead and get a pair of scissors. This does get messy, so I would not wear any jewelry. And I'm gonna cut maybe 1 inch off there. And then I'm gonna bring in my first glass. Go ahead and push this down. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this. I don't know how much I'm gonna need at the bottom. You kind of want to err on the side of caution. Let your first one, actually, I think what I'll do is I'll just do one so I kind of get an idea. And if I need to throw it away, I can just throw it away, right? So I'm just kind of letting it go around in a circle here, like so. And if I get it towards the top, I can come back with a wet wipe and try to, you know, get that cleaned off. So I think this should be good to go. So I'm just going to kind of smooth that down and maybe come over here. All right. Now I kind of got it on the side here, so I'm going to kind of use my finger to push that down. All right, so that is good. So that's how much is there. And so what I'll do is I'll just move that to there, and then I'll start adding the spackle to the bag. Okay, the next color is going to be this pretty blue. And we'll get that. I think the trick is with this is really hitting the side of your glass there and letting it flow from there. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. See, it doesn't take much. Okay. All right, let's move on to the green. Now this one, I cut the tip a little bit too wide. So just kind of be careful of that. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but just kind of be mindful of how big of the tip you are doing. So we're a little bit slightly halfway up above the halfway point, and we still got 3 more to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, well, I'm going to try to pat this down a little bit, but I'm just making a bigger mess. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. So this is just going to be my trial one, and then we will adjust on the other two. I'm going to put as much in this one because I really don't think I'll need more, but I can always add more if I need it. And I cut less of a tip for this one. Okay. And I'm going to come in here with my okay, just want to make sure that this is somewhat even. All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, we got this last two. This orange. Okay, just looking just to make sure it's kind of even. And we'll get this pink one in. And the last layer. Gonna be a little bit fuller. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and do the other two. Let's go ahead and fast forward for that. But I think I did a pretty good job with the amount of spackling that went into each one. All right, now that we have these really pretty milkshakes together, again, I think I would have tried to get more of a, not so much a layered look, because you can definitely tell there's a little bit of a gap. And I probably would have just used maybe like a paintbrush to help push it up against and smooth it down. So I would advise you to do that. Now let's go ahead and add our topping to it. And I'm just using a 1M piping tip. And I'm just going to start in the middle and kind of just keep on building it up, slowly coming up, just kind of slowly doing it. And then you can kind of get something that looks like that. And I think that looks super cute. Again, coming at the center here. And once it hits the perimeter, then I start lifting up my piping tip slowly. It's cute. Now you can also swirl it around if you want, but I mean, I guess it's entirely up to you how you want to do this one. You can go around and then go up like that, like go around. Okay, but I'm just going to go from the center and start squeezing it out. Maybe go like this. Perfect. All right, so now that we have that, and what I can do is just squeeze the rest in there, but I'm actually going to leave this because I'm going to use it for a different project, not today. And I have these strawberries, or not strawberries, cherries, and I'm going to do one with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and add these because I'm going to need, so I'm just going to kind of stick it in there like so. Isn't that pretty? And then bring in this one, and again we'll do the next one together, and it's going to go ahead and stick it in there like so. Try to get it centered on the spackling. So cute. Like so. Okay, so how did I do that? Right? So let me go ahead and show you. It's a little bit of a mess, but I got I don't know, I keep on saying strawberry, cherry. I'm gonna pour some paint on the side here, just a little bit, And then what I'll do is I'll just paint this. And I'm going to paint it that same pink that we use in our spackling. Now you can add multiple layers to really coat this in pink, but I tested one because I feel like one is just our trial piece. I haven't done this before, and I just think that, so I just thought, well, maybe I just need one and then a ton of glitter. All right, that's my thought process. And I was actually not bad. Now, I will say I would probably add some Mod Podge to it after it dries, just that way it's completely coated. I'm not going to, just because of the time constraint that I have right now, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to make sure that this is completely coated. Now you can come back with your paint, and wherever glitter did not adhere, you can always just add more paint to it. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to bring in my glitter, and I'm just going to coat this. That's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tap the cherry. Yeah, I said it right. And actually, before I'm not even gonna worry about setting it down. I'll get the glitter here in a moment, and then I'll just stick my little cherry here on top at the center. So I'm just gonna kind of push it in there like so, and there you go. Actually, probably needs to come a little bit forward. Perfect. Okay, so go ahead and pour this back in. Now we can take it a step further. I have these little lollipop sticks, and you can add them there. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a blue, we'll do this color, and we'll do this yellow. Oh, you can stick it completely in, but I just don't need to since this is just faux. And I'm going to cut halfway down, or not even, like a quarter way down. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there, and there we go. All right, let's go ahead and do the other two. There we go. Okay, so here they are. I think they turned out super good. I apologize for the angle of my camera. I'm gonna have to probably think of a different camera system for my faux foods, because you more so need a camera going this way in order to see exactly what I'm doing. But hopefully I did a good job, and hopefully you kind of got the idea of it. And they'll dry. It takes about 24 hours to dry, and then probably about a week to really be completely dry. The inside is going to take a little bit longer because there's not a lot of air that's hitting that at that point in time. But aren't these super cute? And then they're super festive for summer, and I am so excited to continue with my faux foods. All right, thank you for watching.